So what are some of the trends that you see? Do you see a lot of these shows that come in and try to copy the Presleys and the Mabes, and it doesn't work out? Are you noticing a certain trend now with entertainers in the last few years?
I tell you what I've noticed, especially here in town. Okay, you're looking at roughly 24, 25 years since the 60 Minutes piece aired. And for those of y'all that have never seen it, it's on YouTube. Just Google 60 Minutes Branson.
I posted it.
It's really cool, okay? But of all the entertainers and of all the stars that were featured in that piece, the only one that's still here on a full-time basis is Shoji. Okay? Yeah. Buck Trent is still here as well. He wasn't as much featured, he appears. Mo Bandy still comes and does a couple shows in town, okay? Those people who came to see all those shows, my grandparents, my great aunts and uncles and all that, they're either passed away or they don't travel anymore, okay? Now, when I was a kid, our parents would say, this is where we're going on vacation and this is what we're going to do. Oh man, I wanted to blah blah blah. Well, you could shut up and stay home. You don't have to go on vacation. Nowadays, parents ask kids, and I'm guilty of it, what do you guys want to do?
Yeah.
What would you like to do? Okay. Well, when a kid comes here to Branson, and again, this is no way, shape, or form. I have to preface that by saying everything. Kids don't want to go see a toothless redneck play the banjo. They don't want to see somebody play a jug, okay? Not that there's not a market for that, okay?
Yes.
But not throughout the whole year. So that's why you see, look at the Starlight. They have an illusionist coming in. They have Reza coming in this summer. They have the Buckets and Boards boys, okay? There are shows that appeal to that demographic. Look at Legends, okay? This past summer, they had a Taylor Swift tribute artist.
Yes, I've heard people complain.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And some old people, they don't want to see Taylor Swift.
They were great.
No,
they were fantastic.
See, that's just it.
Like, why do we have Taylor Swift?
Somebody asked me, they're like, what'd you think about that Taylor Swift impersonator? And I was like, well, I don't know enough about Taylor Swift's music to damn this person or not, but I can tell you that she did fine. And those legs were awesome. Like, that's all that I was like.
Which is weird, because you said the same thing about the Johnny Cash
Well,
guy.
I mean, Paulie has some great legs. He really does. They're awful white.
Yeah.
But no, you're definitely seeing that sort of geared towards that younger demographic. And look at the attractions that are coming. We've got the new place directly across the street from Legends.
Yeah.
The Fritz's Adventure.
Fritz's.
All right.
We talked about that with the mayor. We got all the zip lines.
Yeah, exactly.
We got the
go-karts,
the room, the puzzle. What's it called?
The
code blue, code red, code whatever. But I'm interviewing them. I should know this. But you know what I mean.
And see, I haven't been over there to get locked into that room. Like, I want to try that out. But yes, you're totally right. You're seeing those things. Ripley's, the Titanic, the Wax Museum.
But do you notice this? And this is a pet peeve of mine, where somebody comes in with what I consider a unique idea in Branson, a zip line. Now there's 5. Or, that room, they're going to come in as the original one, but I guarantee if they're successful, there'll be one at the landing. There'll be one at better locations.
There's already one going in at the landing.
See, I hate that.
Yeah, see.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's okay. But if you look at, like, going back to your original question, as far as people taking stuff from, like, Presses and Baldmeyers, okay, there's one show that has done that. And it's not necessarily that they set out to do that, but Mike Patrick at Grand Country. Okay, the Grand Jubilee Show. The Grand Jubilee Show takes everything that you would want from a Branson show. All right, everything that the Presleys did, from the comedy to the characters to the big bands. They take all that stuff and they turn it on its head. Okay, like, you go see. It's the Grand Country. It's Grand Jubilee is the name of the show. Grand Jubilee is the name of the show. Okay. Well, when you go see a show called Grand Jubilee, you might not expect to hear a Loggins and Messina tune, or a Elton John tune, or something like that, or an Elvis tune. You might expect to hear an Elvis tune, but you expect to hear All Shook Up or Hound Dog or something like that. They opened the show, or they did last year. They opened the show with there's an 80s group called the Bus Boys. They did a song called The Boys Are Back in Town. It was the theme song for 48 Hours, Eddie
right.
That's what they opened last year's show with. And the second song was an Elvis tune from the 70s called Way Down. Awesome song that you never, ever, ever hear. All right? So those were their first 2 songs. They do an awesome arrangement of Danny's song, the Kenny Loggins tune. Anne Marie also did a cover of it. Just like, I got goosebumps. Their piano player, Michael W. Davis.
So they do their own spin.
They do. They really do their own. And that is cool. That is really, really cool. And then you've got other shows like Forever Young. All right. I don't know if you got to see those boys. It's kind of like
I work with 2 of them.
Okay.
So,
well, of course. Dude, I love being a writer and then being at a loss for words. Their selection of music, I mean, dude, I never thought I would hear a David Bowie song on stage in Branson. I can see more high quality things coming.